The purpose of this video is to ensure that your generator starts automatically and runs well. Whether it's a seasoned generator they've been using year after year or it's a new install. We're sending out a newsletter shortly, or you may have already received it, which will outline specific maintenance requirements of your generator. The first component we want to check over is our battery, okay? It automatically starts your generator. If your battery is not in good order, the generator is not going to automatically start. So to do that, we want to make sure that it's fully charged, and that means that it's connected to a trickle charger, which should be connected to your system. If it's not, please contact us and we'll send out a charger to make sure that when the Cerbo tells it to start, that it does so. Okay, we just need to check out those connections well. So if you go down to where your generator has its battery housing, just make sure that it's connected, make sure that has no animals have had a bit of a chew at it or whatever. So you can pick up a new battery from your local distributor, from Super Cheap Auto or Repco or whatever you choose. Next, we'd like to check that your generator is connected to the Cerbo or the color control. There's a terminal underneath called Relay 1 on either of those two. Sometimes they can pop out if you've been having a bit of maintenance going on in your system. So check that's a nice connection and you shouldn't have any issues there. Next thing we want to check is the quality of your fuel. If it's been there for over 6 months, we want you to drain that fuel out and put some fresh fuel in there. An additive you can put in there, which is once again is available from Repco or Super Cheap Auto, is a fuel additive, so a fuel doctor or alike. That just enables to cleanse the fuel system and make your system run really well. There are two types of generator. We have an air-cooled generator, the one down here on my right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, we've got a liquid-cooled generator. So it has a radiator, very much similar to what a car is, and that flows around and keeps the engine cool for long periods of running. So we need to check that radiator fluid is in good condition. A nice sprightly green color is what we're aiming to get. Any discoloration, up into your brown spectrum, it needs to get flushed out and new fluid put in there. If it's nice and green, just make sure it's up to the fuel level and your generator will run nice and cool for long periods of time. So if you've got a liquid-cooled radiator generator, like the big 9 kVA on my left-hand side, you want to also check your fan belts. So what we're looking for is a nice tight fit. We don't want anything loose, and just check it for cracks. If it's got some cracks in it, please give us a call and we can send you out a new fan belt, okay? Also, what we have is in our maintenance kits, we've got air filters as well. So we want to check if our air filter is running really well. So if it's got any dust in it, just remove it and pat it out, or foreign debris, just give that a clean out as well. If it looks like it's got any rips or tears, by all means, call us up and we can give you a service kit as well. In that service kit, if you would like, we also have a fuel filter as well. So if it's over 400 hours of operation, we definitely want to look at changing the fuel filter in there, the air filter and the fan belt also. At the heart of our motor is our engine oil. So we need to make sure that is fresh and topped up also. Diesel generators, oil will naturally go black. We want to replace that oil, drain that oil out, put new fresh oil in that every 200 hours. That also goes for our petrol generators as well. Although the petrol generator oil will run opaque for longer periods of time, it will turn black over time. So every 200 hours, we're looking to drain that oil and put some fresh oil in there. And this is part of a periodic maintenance. Even every few weeks, it's worth just checking those items and make sure that that's topped up also. All right, now we want to make sure that the generator is in auto start mode. For whatever reason, sometimes they don't go in auto start mode. So we want to make sure that it's in auto start mode for it to start automatically. And as an extension to that, we also want to check our Cerbo screen and make sure that that's in auto start function as well. There is a manual start function. If we've ever done a manual start, we just need to make sure that it reverts back to auto start for those two items to talk to each other and start when it should. So you may have a Cerbo that looks like this with a touchscreen, or you might have a color control that looks like that operates similarly. Next setting we want to check in their Cerbo is our state of charge setting. So when we program them at Commodore for your installation, typically we set the generator to start when the batteries are at 20% of capacity, and it continues up and cuts out at 60%. For ordinarily when the sun comes up next day to charge the battery. For whatever reason, that changes the time. If it's going to be elongated periods of dark weather or blackout weather, you may have changed that to run it to say 100% to give it a full charge. So what we want to do is just check those settings that within those parameters, we can help you with that as well here. Another function of the VRM or the Cerbo is a periodic run time. So we can program it, or you can help program into the Cerbo that it starts once a fortnight and have a periodic run. So, and periods of time where it's been fine weather. If the generator hasn't started for a while, that it will start every 2 weeks or once a month or whatever. That just enables the fluids to go around, the radiator fluid to go around, and make sure that the battery's cranking over from time to time also. Another timely consideration is the housing of your generator. Ideally, it should be on a concrete slab with an eave underneath it, just to protect it from rain and indirect sun. The cooler we keep it and the more protective, the more effective and efficient it will run, and lengthen those maintenance times and prevent other issues. All right, so just to recap on any preventative maintenance, so you've checked your battery, you've checked the connection to your Cerbo and generator, you've checked your quality of fuel, checked your oil levels and the condition of your radiator fluid, the housing of it's really cool, air filters are fair and reasonable. If you've got any concerns, give us a call. Hopefully you've received this manual with your off-grid install, but if you don't have it or don't have it handy, or your installer's taken it, go on to CommodoreAustralia.com.au, go into Resources Hub, and we've got a whole host of manuals and guides that can help you through. Download on your phone, print out, have next to your system, and that will help you self-service your system, whether it's your generator or get to know your off-grid system better. If you've got any questions or queries, don't hesitate, give us a call. We'll be able to, step you through any concerns you've got to help you out any which way you need to be.